Whatever the occasion, effortless elegance is right this way. Because Hilton brings you new ways to stay courtesy of the Nomad London. And it doesn't stop at award-winning dining in a space draped in velvet and illuminated by vintage chandeliers. No, this day goes beyond with unparalleled personalized service and attentive hospitality. Oh, and did we mention the Nomad London can be booked using your Hilton Honors points at Hilton.com? Hilton, for the stay.
This episode is brought to you by Nespresso and Samra Origins by the Weekend Coffee Collection.
Introducing Samra Origins. My collaboration with Nespresso is a connection to my roots, to my mother, Samra. Coffee that hits the right notes. It transports you. Crafted with unique notes and bold, soaring flavors. Experience a taste that moves you. Nespresso and Samra Origins.
Discover more at Nespresso.com.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's this time of the week that we like to say,
Welcome to Eejits of the World!
With you,
Glenn Wall and you,
Andrew Maxwell. And what a cornucopia we have for you this week, ladies and gentlemen. We have the Eejits of
American politics, and we have the Eejits of
psychics. We also have the Eejits of
dance competitions.
And finally, we have the Eejits of sports-related singing inebriation.
Hey, Mr. Wonderful. That's not even a song.
Hi, Mr. Wonderful.
Just sing the anthem, John.
I am. Nobody said which one.
It's my personal anthem.
Personal. Just for me. Just for me and you 50,000 schmucks. Are you ready for a story?
Yeah, man.
Well,
Suck it to me.
once again, we're fishing in the brackish waters of comedy that is American politics.
We've caught some big ones there.
Boy, have we.
We're going back.
Joe Biden has...
Joe
has stepped away. He has stepped away from running for re-election.
Mm-hmm. He became the first Catholic president to pull out. We open with a classic.
You know what I mean? Oh, JFK didn't. Woo, no.
No. Marilyn would have been singing a different song had.
The test is positive, Mr. President.
Yeah. The rabbit is dead.
What?
That's how they used to check for pregnancy back in them times. They used to inject the urine of a pregnant woman into a rabbit, and if it died, it meant the woman was pregnant.
Good God.
Yeah. Oh, that might be a witch's curse, by the way. Sometimes I mix them up.
You know, you go back a couple of generations, science and witchcraft were really closely aligned.
Yeah.
Can't be my baby. Have you asked my younger intense brother?
That's right. It's called the Kennedy switcheroo. It's like, yeah, even if they had like genetic testing, they
Oh no. Have you asked my father? Anyway, so
well, I can see why she was popular at the compound.
she's the reason why they had to put the high walls up. Anyway, probably not true. Probably not history. So, let's talk about living history right now. So, Joe Biden has stepped away from the election.
I thought you said living. That's a Joe Biden's dead joke. If anybody's...
He's here. He just doesn't know he is.
Yeah.
But they said, Joe all along had said that... But I'll translate that for you. Joe Biden said there's no way he was always going to run. There's nothing could back him down. And then, Mr. Glenn, over the weekend, you know what happened? He watched the last episode of Eejits of the World on YouTube.
Yeah.
He saw the absolute roasting and general shellacking we gave him, and he stepped away.
He saw the light.
So there you go.
Wow. I mean, I'm sure he's been seeing a bright light. Yeah.
Is that you, Connor?
I thought the only way they were going to get him out of the White House was with the Ghostbusters. He seemed just intense. And now, like, I feel... You know who I feel sorry for is whoever's got to tell him every morning that he's not running for president anymore. He's going to know for the next 3 weeks he keeps bounding out of bed. We got afraid Donald. I had a dream about him and he was a big ox and I slayed him with an axe. No, Joe, come on, sit down.
Why are we in Indiana right now? In a basketball arena. It's just after a week, this carers just give up and just hand him ice creams. Here you go, Joe.
Yeah, Joe, make your speech. make your little speech.
I just got one last crazy thing to say before I retire from public life. Vote for that lady who's been around my house for the last 4 years.
Canada Johnson.
Canada Johnson. She's a real humdinger. She'd make a great president.
One hell of a prime minister, that Canada Johnson.
Anyway,
Joe, do you want to face us when you say these things?
Well, that's what his spinning chair's there for. I'm the president. I'm looking at a wall.
Yeah. Just looking at a wall with just like they've put a crowd, like a picture of a crowd up, and they just spin his chair around so he can make his long speeches.
Oh man, I mean, here's the thing though, right? So Joe Biden has accepted that he is too mentally and physically frail to run the most powerful country in the world, so he's not running for office again. But he's still got to keep doing the job for 6 months. Oh shit!
Yeah,
I hope that the nuclear red button, they don't put it around his neck like one of those panic buttons in an OFO zone. Here, where's my capacity to end the world? Here it is.
You invaded North Korea. I'd fallen and I couldn't get up. I was trying to. I have several buttons. And they're all red. It's not a great system.
Can you pass on to the people of North Korea, mulligans? It's a do-over, guys. It's a do-over. Oh. All right. Okay. All right. Well, let's there's no point kicking him anymore because he's pre-kicked. I mean, well. But listen, I have some fascinating news from the world of psychics and mystics.
Oh, good. Now the truth comes out.
Boy, does it. From the world of mystery. There is
Let me get my Ouija board out.
My electoral Ouija board.
I have a travel Ouija board I use just in case big news comes in and I got to check out its veracity.
To find out whether this train's going to get to the airport or not.
just whoever's beside me on the plane. Excuse me, can you help me with a Ouija board? Just place your finger on there. Can I ask this thing a few questions?
What's great about the Ouija board is like no Wi-Fi needed. Like,
no.
them demons, like you don't have to. That awkward conversation where like I was gigging last night in Northampton and I was just sort of embarrassing when you run out of data as a 50-year-old man and ask a 20-year-old member of bar staff, can I have the Wi-Fi please? It's not up on a chalkboard anywhere. It's like you're actually begging for the staff Wi-Fi. Well, you don't need to beg anymore now that you can just jump on the old demon hyperloop of demons.
Yeah. Get in it.
They're not. I'll tell you what though. What would them be the evil? They know what's what. They're not necessarily going to tell you.
Or they could be lying.
Like demons.
Yeah. Yeah,
very unreliable.
That's the problem with Ouija boards. Like they're not under oath.
Not at all. If
No.
anything, that's how you make the Ouija board stop working. Just call God into the room.
And then it's just a massive ruckus. You just see the blinds going up. What are they doing? God's fighting a demon in the corner. You shut up.
I think you're going to have to shut up because that's God. Don't make him take his giant sandal off and beat you. Because he will. That's what he did. He'll do it again.
Yeah.
Now then. So if there's any kids out there, are we recommending? We're not recommending Ouija boards. Let me just double check what the hell we're doing here. Right, so there's a mystic, a psychic, I should say. I don't know what the difference is. Do you know? I think one does weather reports and the other one doesn't.
Yeah, one does lottery and the other one does weather.
Yeah, one's traffic and one's weather. I don't know. I can never remember which one.
They can tell the difference. I can.
Yeah, from years ago.
Yeah.
Why are they never gamblers? That's what I don't understand. Like,
Yeah. A lot of them have really bad plastic surgery too, which makes me think, well, you're not psychic. You would have known you were going to look like that before you went in, and you would have gone, okay, well, I'll just work on myself and make myself more interesting. I don't need to have a forehead that I can project a movie onto.
Yeah. Uri Geller, I worked with him once.
Oh, wow.
The spoon bender.
That would be annoying in the commissary. Oh, yeah, I don't mind if I do. I'd like a lovely bowl of... Oh, Yuri!
God
Would
damn
you
it.
please stop it? I'm hungry.
That's right. And sorry, I've ruined the soup again. Can you bend a fork for once? Is it too much to bend a fork, Yuri?
Yeah. Yeah, I could use him around. Back in the 40 pounds ago. Hey, Yuri, can you bend my fork for me? I'm trying to lose weight. I guess have a little trouble with my own. Anyway, just bend my fork for me.
Did you bend it the other way this time? So ridiculous. It just shows you, in a world where there's only 3 TV stations, like, they're the people that became famous. Uri Geller, the spoon bender.
Ah.
Yeah, I worked with him once. I was doing a warm-up on a TV show and he was on there. He was pride of place. He was the main guest on
Was
it.
you snapping toothpicks in the back, warming up?
Just limbering up. Never a knife. He never did a butter knife.
No.
Not at all. Not even a fish knife. Anyway, so there is a psychic called Craig Hamilton Parker.
Oh, wow.
He's both a psychic and a law firm from the Scottish borders.
Yeah, is he double-barreled or is his nickname Hamilton?
That really tickled me. I think my blood sugar must be really low, but that really did for me. Like, Hamilton's my middle name.
It's where my parents conceived me. That's a funny joke for Canadians. Hamilton's a bit of a rough town.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
I thought you were talking about the musical that's completely factually incorrect.
Yeah. I was too. But then I switched it into like a Brooklyn Beckham reference. I did it all. I was like the Sammy Davis Jr. of humor there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Triple threat.
Yeah, man, you were definitely the Ginger Rogers of this outfit.
That's right. If I describe myself.
You're doing the same dance as me, but only backwards in metaphorical
Yeah,
heels.
that's right there in the Tinder profile now. I am the Ginger Rogers of Eejits of the world.
Anyway, boy oh boy, it's quite hot here in EOTWHQ, isn't it?
Yeah.
Do you know what? The more I think about it, we've finally got our greatest bit of merchandise on our hands. You know what I mean? We should bring our own special Eejits of the World Ouija board.
Ouija.
An Ouija board. Nice. I'm glad I thought of that. It's my son and heir and video producer of the podcast. He thought of it. I will also edit that line out. I'm an evil genius.
Yeah.
Now then. So, So an extra twist in the American election, my friend. Like I said, this...
Which they don't need. There's already been enough. Fucking hell.
Yeah, exactly.
May you live in interesting times, said the curse.
Yeah. I mean, God damn it, American politicians. Why don't you just get the old board out and start twisting, like the game Twister. Anyway, good God. So on here. Now then. So, our psychic, Craig Hamilton Parker.
Yeah.
Yes. Apparently, the Metro newspaper here in the UK says that he had previously, he's got great form, he previously predicted COVID, Brexit and Donald Trump. He uses something called Nandi astrology.
Oh
Yeah. It's from India.
Okay, well, that's the good stuff.
Oh, that's the real stuff.
That's legit then.
So, he's used this Nadi astrology.
Isn't that the Prime Minister?
That's how he knew he'd won.
No, that's Modi from astrology.
Anyway, he says that he had correctly predicted that Donald Trump would there would be an assassination attempt.
Oh, nobody could have predicted that.
I know, that's what I was like. Man, you don't need some old-timey weird stuff from India to realise that. He said, he goes, I looked at his business life and his political life, and I accurately predicted somebody would try and kill him.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, you did. That's like saying, I looked at the clock, and at 6 o'clock, I accurately predicted some people would be getting hungry.
Yeah, I managed to deduce that somewhere in America, a mentally unhinged man would have access to a gun. And that's not an easy prediction to make.
I had to go back to the 14th century BC for that one. He's now predicting. He's predicting that Donald Trump will have a religious awakening from surviving the assassination attempt. Oh, no. And the reason why he says that is because he's gone into the Nadi astrology and discovered that in a previous life, Donald Trump was, and I quote, an alcoholic Indian priest.
Are you sure that's what he saw? Like, I mean, the red dot could have just been a sniper's laser. That could have been from last week.
Oh, I just love the idea of just the Donald Trump's been the same blowhard arsehole through millennia, just popping up all over the world. You know what? I'm the greatest Indian priest. Here he is. Let me tell you how amazing I am. All across the Gangetic Plain, cows worship me. That's how it is, guys. I'm the one just wandering in the street causing trouble in traffic. And they worship me. That's your God. That's your God. Yeah. Yeah. But on the upside, he did say he also predicts that Gavin Newsom is going to be the next president.
Did he?
I don't know what he was in his previous life.
Yeah, something shiny. Something real shiny.
Something from the world of Brill Cream. Maybe it was the man from the 1940s Brill Cream ad. Say there, swell. Have you recently been demobbed from the army? You want to cut a rug in the greatest dance halls on the east side?
It's like he's talking directly to me.
Yeah, well, there you go. So that's what the psychics are saying.
Well.
Mm-hmm. They're saying there's going to be travel on the A497. Whereas the mystics are saying it's going to be a sticky one, guys.
Yeah.
Bring a change of clothes.
And the crops are going to be fair. So.
Pardon?
Well, they're making crop predictions too.
Who is?
The almanac people.
The almanac people?
Yeah. That's where psychic wizardry meets just some good old-fashioned remembering.
Yeah, well, we've already busted straight through one of the great legends, weather legends of England. Last week was St. Swithin's Day.
It is.
It was St. Swithin's Day, and it rained on St. Swithin's Day. And they say if it rains on St. Swithin's Day, it will rain every day for another 40 days. And the next day, it was a heat wave. So stick it up your arse, St. Swithin.
Yeah, that's why Alanis Morissette changed that lyric. It's like rain on St. Swithin's Day. Make this about ironing, but not. Okay, we'll do that instead.
And somewhere, Ed Burns' ears.
Yeah.
I'm needed. That's not how Ed talks. This is in my head. Oh, I'm going to unpick that song. Oh, watch out, Alanis. Here comes one of the best stand-up routines of the 90s. Yeah. Still a great routine.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Slithering his skinny little arms into his suit. Here he comes.
Anyway, right. Well, there you go. So that's American politics for this week.
Yeah.
Thank you, Joe. Thank you for finally listening to us.
Yeah.
That this podcast cut through where all those stupid doctors and experts.
Yeah.
What do they know?
And Hollywood glitterati.
Exactly. What do they know?
Yeah. Well, it's something that they've known for quite some time. They've not let on at all until people were like, look, he's too old. We've noticed that too.
Please. Do you have some Eejits for me, Mr. Glenn?
I do. We're going back to England for this. It is Strictly Come Dancing. Now, as you know, I don't watch that show at all. But
do you not?
I don't.
You must have watched it when Bill Bailey was on it.
No, I did not.
Well, you missed out. Turns out the man's got two twinkly toes.
I knew that anyway.
Oh, God damn it. Is there anything
anyway
that Bill can't do?
Yeah.
He's a fantastic man.
The mistake they've made with trying to get me to watch that show is they're like, it's Strictly Come Dancing. And I'm like, I don't want any of those things. No. And you're strict on that because I don't.
Very strictly.
Yeah.
We're very strict about it. We need you to come, but we also need you to move at the same time.
Yeah.
On your feet. Backwards. Yeah. In heels. Yeah. Just like Glenn Ginger Rogers Wool.
I don't have to watch the show. I lived it. Yeah.
Please. This is when the rest of the world is simply known as Dancing with the Stars.
Oh, is that the case?
Yeah. It's only in Britain that's called Strictly Come
Dancing. Yeah. It made more sense when I actually saw it printed. I was like, okay, well, there's a chance I might watch it now.
Please, what is?
They've had trouble. They've had to fire two of their dancers, and they apparently what happens is somebody comes on the show and they train them how to dance, and then they dance. And these are like soap stars.
You know how to pitch a hit show.
Yeah.
Somebody comes on the show, they have to dance. Go on.
Well, I mean, sometimes they've tried to do other things, and they were like, no, we strictly only dance. And here's the problem. They fired these two guys that trained them because they were too mean to their things, to their people. And now the BBC has hired chaperones that are going to observe the treatment of the teachers and the soap stars who come on. Now, excuse me, didn't you it said it was going to be strict?
Yes.
They didn't have to use any other word. They said it right in the thing, and you showed up because here's my thing. I don't want to see a television program where they haven't been trying very hard. I want them to be beaten with a stick and then dancing for me. That's what and I still don't watch it.
That's true. I mean, it's the reason why the only good circuses are from Russia.
That's right.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Nobody needs to see your environmentally friendly circus.
No.
I mean, there's somebody getting shot out of a cannon. Do you think he wants to live like that? You think Yevgeny dreamed of being human shrapnel?
Artillery. Well, I bet you, out of all, because they're running low, they will come for the human cannonballs next. Yeah, a bunch of Russian acrobats lying about what they do, and the army's sniffing around. So, which one of you got shot out of cannon? No, we don't have cannon, and you guys took it. We don't do that. No.
What about cologne? Have you got cologne? Come, cologne. Let's see your cloning. It's good. Your footprint in no man's land will confuse them. Come.
You can entertain the people in the trenches.
People will think we have giant. But it's not giant. It is merely a clown from Nizhny Novgorod.
So they're gonna have chaperones now. Even
strict. You gotta be strict.
Yeah,
strict.
Come on.
I mean, it has to be said in this particular scandal, the level of strictness apparently involved one of the ones that got sacked. He was filmed during one of the training sessions, kicking.
Good.
Kicking a celebrity and spitting on them.
Good.
Oh, right. Okay. I see. This is the Estonian side.
Somebody had to.
It's the Estonian side coming out in you. To survive the long winter, you must dance like angel. I have to say, I agree. I don't understand, like, how did any of the celebs who've agreed to be on Strictly not think it was going to be this level of hell week for 6 months? Like, ballroom dancing's hard.
Yeah.
This is not an easy thing to do.
Probably.
Yeah, and all the professional dancers, they're all from Eastern Europe, South America, or South Africa. These people aren't wanting to dance. They had to dance their way out of the hardship of their lives.
Yeah.
You know, these are going to be tough people, and they're being paired up with somebody who has to pretend to be a hairdresser once a week. In a soap opera. These aren't even remotely... You know what I mean?
Yeah, they're not even actually working class, although they play one on TV.
Yes, I'm classically trained to sound like I'm from Manchester. One moment, if you don't mind.
Yeah. Is that our Teddy across the road? Have you bought a new cortina?
You see?
Oh, wonderful, Nigel. Wonderful.
Thank you.
Oh, my God.
Yes, that's what they say out there. Their relatives are always,
I see. Well, I felt like I could smell a canal when you talked.
Well, that's actually everything to say, because that's when I picked up the patois of the locals.
Oh, yes.
Around the canals of Manchester.
Little research for the show, Nigel.
Well, excuse me if I am hands-on.
Yeah, guilty.
Guilty.
That's what that was the decision of the judge. I was guilty. Anywho,
that is the reason why you will no longer see me at 8:30 every Thursday.
I'll be away.
In a simple tale of common folk. It's a crazy mismatch. That's what it of.
And they're complaining about this because they're from a soap opera, which apparently is the worst place in the world to actually work at.
Soaps.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've worked with various people over the years who've worked on soaps, and apparently it is a fucking viper's nest.
Exactly. So just because you're not getting kicked doesn't mean you don't know a little bit about bad work environments. You going in there, these poor Lithuanians don't know anything other than tearing a switch off a tree and beating you until you do it right.
Dance! Do it properly.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I'm in an afternoon GP sitcom.
Well, then just hit him for that.
It must be hard though being a soap, because at any moment your character could just.
Yeah, right around contract times. They usually write in a little cough for the character. Anyway, we're going to talk money now.
I'm sorry to interrupt. I've never interrupted one of our table reads before, but I can't help but noticing that I'm going to be spending most of the episode on a pedestrian crossing.
Yes. Well, I wonder if you'd like to get off that crossing. Well, yeah, they call it the Negotiator's Road.
Pop onto my lap.
Be a little biscuit. Get on my lap.
Cool, blimey.
Yeah.
I'm the ne'er-do-well character. I'm soap opera. Anyway, so go on.
So yeah, they're gonna have chaperones, which isn't it's not unheard of in the
particularly on the frontier. They'll guide you through.
What? You mean
not
Sherpas?
Not even I know what I was going there. It's hot here, isn't it?
Yeah, was that a play on words of Sherpas?
I think I think in my head I heard the words high chaparral. Which, as everybody knows, was ABC's bullshit version of Bonanza.
Okay.
So, please, continue your story.
Yeah. It's not unheard of in the entertainment world, but they were big in the 70s. But they were chaperones for stars. They were basically around to beat up drug dealers if they showed up. John Belushi had a very famous one. His name was Bill Superfoot Wallace.
Wow.
And he was like...
God, I want a chaperone. I don't need one. I'm okay. Everything's cool.
Yeah, they were just trying to keep Belushi sober enough, I think, to finish Blues Brothers or something. So they'd hire this guy, and like dealers would be coming out of the woodwork, and he'd be like, "Hey-ya! Not now, Kato!" Kicking him through doors. Superfoot. Yeah,
that's so great.
Yeah, but he wasn't the only one. There was a host of people that did it, and one of the very famous ones went on to be very famous. Mr. T used to be a celebrity chaperone.
Yeah.
I don't know if he ever fought Superfoot.
Foot ain't that super to me. I got 2 super feet. I just don't go by that name because it'd be strange. And to my already pretty eccentric name, Mr. Super Feet T. Don't make any sense. Gonna have to take my word for it. I want to call myself Super Fist, but then people in Hollywood said it was giving off the wrong impression.
That's right. It'd be and added my last name would be Super Fisty, and that just sounds like I got a problem.
People kept hiring Super Fisty. Kept showing up. People were like, "You're gonna take that jewelry off? How are you gonna get in there?" I'm like, "What the hell are you talking about?"
At this point, I'll just take the soup. Classic old joke. Classic.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Wow, so who did Mr. T keep away from the drugs?
I can't remember. I read a thing about it once.
No pilots, I can tell you that. That's my Achilles heel. I can keep you off this cocaine, son, but if you get on a private plane, you're on your own. Robert Evans, man, that's how he escaped from me. Motherfucker just got on his helicopter with half a key. And Bobby, do you want my help or not, man?
I hung on for a good 20 feet, but then I had to drop.
Did what I could, man.
kicking it at him, kicking at the belly of the copter with my 2 super feet.
Yeah, man. Luckily, we flew straight over Burt Lancaster's pool. I dropped into that, man.
Ruined the party.
For like 5 minutes. You don't pay me, I'm not going to stop you doing drugs. Wow. Wow.
Anyway, it's nice to have tea back. I knew you'd enjoy that.
Oh, I couldn't believe it. Couldn't believe it that we had Mr. T back in the show. Great to know. And great to know that he'd been out there just doing the good work the whole time.
Yeah.
Just ruining people's buses. Kicking doors in. You on the way up, man? I can see your eyeballs. Your eyeballs are dilated like a lady in labor. But unlike giving birth to a beautiful, bouncing baby boy, you're about to give birth to a horrible cocaine turd, man.
And just how confusing it'd be for the dealers. You just have Robin Williams dressed up like Popeye waiting for you on the street corner, trying to drop off an ounce, and then Mr. T just bundles out of a taxi and beats the shit out of you and leaves.
Half the damage to you would be just T's jewelry smashed. Don't do drugs, man. Or me or Super Feet's gonna come.
As soon as you take the call, okay, well, yeah, Sly, is the rest of the family Stone gonna be there? Okay, well, I'll bring it over. Ding dong! Hello, bang!
How many times I told you, man? It ain't your family. They're just people you play funk with, son. Well, what we're saying is, as we all know, the great Mr. T is still out there. He's still working, granted only in Super Bowl ads now, but maybe we could get him to do a little bit more work here in this field. Yeah. He would be an amazing addition to Strictly Come Dancing.
Yes.
Just, he'd have his own, because there's always the side program. You have your main show with the dancing, and then there's the sort of chat show beside it. There's a third program.
Actually, it's Littlefoot.
Finally, it's Mr. T's Littlefoot. Okay, you want to know which one of these celebrities been naughty? Hey, Julio, why do you try and spit on me, son? Can't help but notice that you been spitting on the weather lady from the IDV all this time. You clean some of this jewelry with your spit, boy. Crazy. What I want to know is, right, when I remember when it's never, I have loved ones who absolutely adore that show. It's big primetime shows. Folks like me and you, travelling entertainers, were out on the weekend. Mm-hmm. So we don't usually get to see the big mainstream shows. But what I understand of it used to be always about the showmans. That used to be the scandal. Yeah. Ooh, has this, this dancer and this...
Our friend Sean Walsh had a...
Yes.
Yeah, he got...
got a bit showmantic for him.
Yeah, but then it was a poison chalice.
Do you know what? I'm starting to think all chalices are poisoned.
Yeah, don't drink from a chalice. That's what I'd do.
Yeah. It ain't the lucky goblet. Listen, anybody offers you anything out of a chalice, just go, I don't know. I don't know.
No, thank you.
No, thank you. It's quite the run of form on them chalices.
I'll have a juice box and I'll be happy about it.
Yes. The juice box of meh. You win nothing when you drink it.
It was apple.
It was apple. That was enough. Actually, it was mostly sugar and a tiny bit of apple.
Yeah.
But you get the idea.
It had a picture of an apple on the box, and then I thought of apples when I drank it, so they even made it taste of apples. But it was...
The apple on the box had a face, and normal apples don't. But there you go. No. We're not here to judge. But the point being is that it used to be always the scuttlebutt around Strictly Come Dancing was always about the showmans.
Yeah.
who's going to run off with the dancer. Because either with the boy dancers or the girl dancers, I mean, they're fit as a butcher's dog. I mean, they are in fantastic shape.
Does that mean you're attracted to butcher's dogs? Or is that...
Oh.
We'll get a selection of dogs in here, and one of them will be a butcher's dog. And if it gives you a hard on, then you know, okay.
What's it mean if you get horny for the candlestick maker's dog?
Hey, there's a letter for you now too.
There's a summons for everyone. Anyway, what I want to know is, right, so people watch the show for those undercurrents, you know?
Yeah.
Between the rivalry between the celebrities, the rivalry between the dancers, and the interpersonal relationships between the pro dancers and the celebs, and all that carry on.
Okay.
But seemingly, if we're now, it's not about the showmance anymore, but we've got to get heavies in to stand around while people practice dancing. Maybe the problem is that the dancing's all one-on-one. But I think a lot of people just watch the show because it's bright, it's sparkly, and they like to see people dance. So why don't they just make it? So all these situations, negative situations, have happened because it's a one-on-one situation, right?
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
So why don't they just turn it into a giant ceilidh? They could just be collective Scottish dancing. Everybody's still dancing. Half of them are still celebrities. Half of them are still professional dancers.
Yeah, but if they couldn't handle the regular dances without needing to be twisted and shouted at, they're not going to be able to line dance to any level.
This is ceilidh dancing. There's not line dancing.
There's a difference.
There sure is. It's way more complicated. There's lattice.
Oh, is it square dancing? Is that ceilidh dancing?
Yeah,
when
it's
you're
sports.
in, yeah.
Okay. That sort of thing.
And that's just the theme to Bonanza.
Well, who can't dance to that? But the point being is there will be absolutely no honky ponky, because obviously being
or there'd just be group sex.
Unlikely. In the Highlands, there's only 4 of us in the whole valley. Is that enough for an orgy? There'll be no honky ponky, because there'll be a giant man called Angus. Keep your hands on your hips.
That's right.
That's it. Twirl more around. Twirl around. I think people will like it. It'll be more wholesome.
Yeah, definitely more wholesome.
Why is a celebrity gardener
Strictly Come Morris dancing.
Oh, now you're talking. Whoo! Who's a celebrity gardener with bells on his knees? I love it. It's much better. That's the answer.
Yeah.
Collective folk dancing.
Well,
there's nothing erotic about it,
No,
but there is
no.
always an eyewitness.
Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, either way, I won't be watching. But now I have a reason that I'm not going to watch. So.
Yes, because you hate bullies in workplaces.
Yeah, and I don't know what the chaperones are going to do to stop the bullies without hitting them too. So.
They're just going to hit them full pace with a cavalry charge.
Yeah, why don't they just get the chaperones to teach everyone how to dance with their little... No, why don't we all get along? Nobody's going to watch that show.
Nobody want to watch that show. I want to... We got to see an afternoon property TV show presenter getting nasty doing the tango with this quite angry South African man. This is Derek van Duikleichen. He gonna dance close to you like you a whore and he an Argentinian pimp at 8 o'clock on a Saturday with your children. Is that what you consider normal? It's not normal. And why you be so strict, man? You're already having come dancing. You know, we might have to go away and find out whether Mr. T's done celebrity or Dancing with
He
the Stars.
must have done something like that. They all get a shot at it. I think, hasn't Tanya Harding been allowed to do it?
Yeah, well, yeah. Presumably not from prison.
Is she in prison?
Did she not do Bird for the whole thing?
Yeah, but she's not still going to be in there for that. That was in 1949.
Wow. I remember that Pathé newsreel. Mr. Churchill says the war's going wonderfully. In other news, there's been a scandal on ice. Well, anyway, we say no to backstage bullying.
Yeah.
Definitely stop spitting on people. It's gross.
Yeah.
Ooh. My doctor says ooh. That's what the doctor. That's my doctor says spitting on people is gross.
Oh.
You actually trying to read my notes? And
No,
did you think I have a doctor? What do I need a doctor for? I've got a chaperone and a Ouija board. I got everything a man could need. That's all you're gonna need.
And that's why I don't pay my taxes anymore. I've got it all covered. Okay, and I've got a loophole I found. So you're welcome to investigate me, government, because you're not gonna get me.
Nobody needs to pay taxes. You got Mr. T in this world, and you got Mephistopheles on a board game, a demon board game. This is like for real Jumanji, man. This is the thing Jumanji was based on. Well, there you go.
There we are.
Hooray for show business. Clean it up. It's a sewer.
Yeah.
Finding a new job is stressful. But with Indeed, it doesn't have to be. Just fill out your Indeed profile with your skills, experience, and desired salary. The more you fill out, the better your matches will be. And hearing from hiring managers will be 2 times more likely. Relax. That's your Indeed profile sending opportunities your way. Indeed, the world can work better.
Are you ready for your next story, Mr. Glenn?
I sure am.
Well, this is the world of sports and show business and patriotism and alcohol combined.
There we go.
That's a great combo, right?
Yeah. Well, now you've piqued my interest. I need to know.
Well, I shall tell you more then, shall I?
Yeah.
Right. There is a country star called Ingrid Andress.
She sounds like she's a Swedish star of something.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe she is of Swedish descent.
Something like, yeah, she's got to be singing pop music with that sort of lineage.
No, she's a country star.
Really?
Yeah. I must admit, until this week, I had not heard of her because I'm not particularly au fait with the Scandinavian country star crossover genre.
Yeah, not since the scandal. You were asked to leave the circuit, and you did, and I salute you.
I put him in a car. He gone, man.
T was called in to clean it up. The wolf. That's what they call him on the Scandinavian country scene.
Do me a solid, Swan. This shit's over now. He ain't ever gonna be back.
Last seen on a boat to Oslo. T paying his ticket at the booth.
Yeah, it's one way, man. Not for me. I'm coming back, man.
Don't get it twisted.
I'm paid to stand beside this fool, man.
Yeah.
Right. Anyway, so Ingrid Andress.
Yeah.
Ingrid Andress, the
Famous Bond girl.
the famous Bond girl stroke country star. And she was, as you know, at the start of at the start of your baseball games, I should say, somebody strikes up the American national anthem.
Yeah.
And this was the MLB's home run derby, which I presumably they pronounce derby.
Yes.
The home run derby. And Ingrid, our new friend of the show, Ingrid,
Yeah.
She had been contracted to sing the American national anthem.
And was there beverages available in the green room?
There seems to have been beverages available everywhere she went.
For days on end. Apparently the All-Stars was, it's a 3 or 4 day event, and it ends with the home run derby, but...
boy, oh boy, did she knock her career out of the park. Because our friend Ingrid, she sung the American national anthem in a just like mind-blowingly drunk way.
Yeah.
Like, wow.
Yeah, I saw it. I thought she was almost at risk of getting really political by having to take the knee.
By accident.
Yeah. I'm just gonna and the rockets. I gotta get down here. I'm just gonna take a little breather, and then Ingy's gonna get back up. I'm gonna sing this song.
She was a level of drunk that really should have been. There's a level of drunk where a woman needs another woman to be holding her hair. If any of Ingrid's friends had been there, they would have held Ingrid's hair at that moment.
Yeah.
I mean, you've got to see this. It looked like she was in her ex's front garden at 3 a.m.
Yeah.
Right? Like she was trying to wake somebody up. Right? You know what I mean?
Yeah. It had the pangs of I'm sorry and I love you. If she could have sang a song called that, it would have really fit.
I love you, America. Get out here. Just come down.
I realized the rock I threw at your window was too big and that was too hard, but I will pay for the damages.
Oh, sorry.
What?
You break my heart and I break your window. Which is worse? You can fix windows. There's glazers. There's no glazer for the soul. Now that sounds like a country song.
I think so. I think we've written Ingrid's next song. Because she went straight to rehab after it, too.
That's what she said. That's how we know. That's how I know about this incident. It was because of her mea culpa, her apology.
Yeah.
She apologised when I was way too drunk last night. Anyway, I've checked myself into a facility.
Yeah.
She didn't actually say rehab. She said a facility. So that could be anything is technically a facility.
Yeah, that could be a hotel. She's getting a family-sized pizza. Yeah. She's going to have a hangover for a few days.
Yes.
I am in a facility. It's called a Holiday Inn.
Yeah.
There's a pool.
Yeah. A railway station pub. Yeah. That's a facility. That's how you facilitate meeting drunk men in the afternoon.
Is that how you do it?
It's one of the ways to do it. Celebs can always afford a bit of rehab, whereas normal people just have to apologise and go back to work. Yeah. There's no unpicking what happened in your childhood.
Yeah.
Well, Ingrid, I have to say, like, even, and it is a flame out, an extraordinary performance, but even that, it's nothing compared to the legendary 1990 San Diego Padres rendition of the American national anthem by Roseanne Barr.
Oh, yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Like, do you know what's amazing about it is she was so mind-blowingly shit at it that for the whole stadium for at least 30 seconds, the recordings are on YouTube. I just watched it earlier. The whole stadium's like slack-jawed. And it's only after there's a time delay till they realise their whole country's been insulted. She started spitting and grabbing at her crotch.
She grabbed her crotch and spat at the end, which is it's a baseball thing. Like it's a joke that the players always would adjust themselves and spit, but I could see how if you thought it had gone really well that you could get away with that at the end, but it had not. Like, yeah, she's no singer. No, she's as crazy as you would think she is. I have a mutual friend of ours that she took a shine to him. She sends Doug Stanhope. She sends him texts, and he's shown me a few of them, and she's crazy.
What she is?
Yeah.
She's a celebrity. But
Like extra.
Oh, yeah.
Extra.
Yeah, Roseanne, no matter what, she does her own chaperoning. Roseanne's her own chaperone.
Mr. T is too old to fight back that tide.
Rosie, I can't do it anymore. The level of crazy that you bring into my life. Well, let me start again. I would like to thank you for the new gold chain. But other than that, I can't do it anymore. Just get yourself a shotgun, woman. Oh, well. And once again, Mr. T has lit up the room.
Yeah.
Good old Mr. T. And shall we end on an upbeat note?
Sure.
Well, after Ingrid's absolute flame out last week, her the next day after her apology, and it was all over the news in America, and everybody saw the thing, and everybody talked about it, including us right now, she's had a 50% spike in all the streams of her songs.
Good.
The next day she had her highest rated day on all the musical streaming platforms for over 2 years.
Wow.
So there you go.
Good. So
Good
get
for
out
you,
there,
Ingrid.
kids, and get drunk.
Good for you, Ingrid. No, I mean, I don't think that's the message.
Well, out of all the things you could do to gain notoriety, it's best just if you screw up the anthem. Like they don't need those for the game or anything. Like they would never oh, sorry, the anthem singer didn't show. We can't play the game now. It's off. Sorry, no Super Bowl.
I deflated all the balls. Well, there you go. Well, all right, that's another episode of Eejits of the World, ladies and gentlemen. Please, if you liked what you've heard or seen, like and subscribe.
Yeah.
Tell your friends.
Click the button.
Just do a bit of graffiti. It's coming back.
Oh, yeah.
Tag some public transport with our name on it, please.
Make a Zeppelin with our faces on it and fly it to work.
So that's a big ask, but we would appreciate it. Well, if you would like to see us with Eejits of the World, we'll be performing in Manchester on the 27th.
But you can't get a ticket because we sold that out. So
you can't go to Dead Meat, so sorry about that.
You can't. But October 20th, the Cheerful Earful in London, there's
Comedy
a ticket.
Podcast Festival.
There's one ticket available. Now fight for it like piglets.
We will also be performing at the Edinburgh Fringe Festival.
Oh, yeah.
Now, Mr. Glenn, the word on the street is you're performing at Laughing Horse at 7 p.m.
Yes.
with your show Lovesick.
Yep. But it's spelled LUV and then SIC in brackets. As in, yeah, you get it.
He gets it. They get it.
Yeah.
The people.
And-
I will be performing, can you read my writing? I'll be performing at Just the Tonic Nucleus at 5:40 every night. Also at the Edinburgh Festival. I'm sure you would agree with me. Can't wait to go to Edinburgh again.
Oh, it's going to be great.
Can't wait to.
Yeah.
Cannot wait. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it has been a
Pod People Production.
Pod People Production.
Pod People Production.
All right.
Pod People.